best weekend of football is right around the corner.
Yeah.
Starts tomorrow. We've got the Broncos and the Bills. We've got the Niners and the Hawks. Sunday, it's the Patriots, the Texans, and of course the big one, the big boys. It's going to be some theater. It's going to be some frozen theater. The Rams and the Bears, alongside the associate head coach of the LA Rams, the Commissioner Rhino himself. And then there he is, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and goats. The other associate head coach of the LA Rams. The director of player personnel, the director, war chief himself. I am your shepherd, and this is the NFL divisional preview. We'll preview the games. That's item number one. Number two, we're gonna discuss them. Yeah, and item three, we're gonna predict them. We're gonna give you the picks. I mean, look, there's only 4 more games. I did
4 more games, and then 2 more games, and then 1 more game.
Yeah, I was
I'm gonna start crying on air.
I was feeling a little bit resourceful last night. Aside from doing the normal, pro football focus checks and to get all like that data, which by the way, I'm just falling more and more in love with PFF, but that we could say that for another time. We use PFF again because it's unbiased, it's objective, grades on every play for every player that's on the play. Okay, get that out of the way. Now, I was feeling resourceful. I went all the way back to late August, okay, and played our Flag Plant tight end show, which was a great show, by the way. Great show. And I encourage all the goats to check that out and listen. Watch what our predictions were for the playoffs. By the way, you can check out all of our content on the channel. All you got to do is just search it or just scroll through the playlist. And by the way, if you're new to the channel, all you have to do is just hit the like and subscribe. We got content. There's no off season here. Content for weeks upon weeks upon days upon days upon months. The show. Okay, I'm pleased to report a few things. Okay, and we're not going to get. We could spend the whole time just replaying that. And I was thinking about attaching audio to it, but then I wasn't feeling that resourceful. I'm pleased to report that we all had the Rams here. We all had that was the easy one. We all had the Packers. We all had the Eagles. We took it on the chin with the Commanders.
Yeah,
that's for sure. In the South, we took it on the chin with the Falcons. We took it on the chin with the Bucks. Obviously, look who made it. The Panthers. No, none of us had the Panthers. In the North, now, here's where it gets kind of funny. The North, the next team to get in. Rhino, you had the Vikings, if you remember correctly.
Yeah.
Okay, I had the Lions getting a wild card, losing a few more games than they did the previous year, but still getting in that wild card spot. JX, War Chief, left off with the Lions because he went back. He changed from the Bears to the Lions.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You had it, and then you reverted. You went, you were like, oh man, Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions, and so you went in with the Lions, and we all took it. We all took it on the chin there. The Packers we definitely had the Packers in there, so that's a good sign. In the West, Rhino, for some odd, strange.
They had Arizona, didn't I?
You had the Cardinals. I don't know what you were thinking. Maybe you were doing some of that like cactus.
I mean, I think you look at it this way, and this is probably why I had the Bears first. That division is competitive as hell. Like as you can see, they're all this close together as far as talent goes and coaching goes. That's why I'm like, the Bears wouldn't shock me. The Vikings didn't shock me the year before, so and maybe he thought, maybe the Cardinals could shock people, but we can see in the West, It's the Rams, 49ers, and Seahawks, and then it's the Cardinals way down there.
Yeah, and I think with the I think I had Seattle coming in last in the division.
I probably agree with you.
And I think one of the reasons why I went with Cardinals and not Seattle is the fact that at the time they were coming in with like number 29 ranked offensive line. Sam Darnold, I didn't trust Sam Darnold. And then we're going off the rhetoric of Cup is signed and rhetoric of who's going to play slot and can JSN play outside, and then the unknown of K9 and Charbonnet. I think the main thing with me was Darnold. And that offensive line.
And did we ever think that the defense could be this good? I don't know if anyone thought the defense could be this good.
No.
More strong. Very, very strong. Strong division.
Super strong.
They've saved their we'll get into it, but they saved their safety season. Their defense the defense was Seattle's MVP, not the offense.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, as we'll illustrate in just a few moments, the team is very good top to bottom. There's a reason why they're the 1 seed. There's a reason why they're playing in this game.
Is there a reason why they're the 1 seed?
Yes, there's a reason. If they pulled off wins, they got by pulling off wins. Of course, okay. The Rams could have won that game too. Sure, absolutely. You could. Again, we'll illustrate it in a few moments. Yeah, I'm proud to say that I did take the Niners to get into the wild card, and I have the Niners now. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the road for them because I kind of have the Rams in. I have the Rams going next week, but it's kind of predicated on where they're playing. Back then in August, like I actually hedged it. I said if the Rams have to go to Green Bay, might as well just call that Chicago now. It's going to be tough, but I don't really think that anymore. I don't. I think they're going to go there and win. And I said if the Rams host, then it's a wraps. I think it might still be a wraps too, but we'll get to that. All right, that's the NFC. I went to the AFC. Obviously, it was a little bit. It was a little more screwed up than the NFC.
Yeah, probably.
Between no one has the Patriots.
No.
We were flirting with the Jaguars, but then it came down to the Colts.
And they just screwed the pooch.
Yeah, they did. We all are the Texans. I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
It was always going to be the Texans division. The West. Okay, I had the Chiefs getting a wild card. I guess what I wasn't counting on was either the Patriots or I wasn't counting on I wasn't counting on the Patriots getting in there with the Bills.
And I think I had the Chiefs, Broncos, and Chargers.
You did.
Yeah.
You had the 3 out of the same 3.
Yeah.
The North. Well, I got one thing right out of the North. Well, no, actually, no. I take that back. I didn't get it. I thought that the Ravens and the Bengals were going to win. They were going to go and make the playoffs. They did not. Neither of them did. The Steelers actually wound up making the playoffs again.
I didn't say anything about the Steelers.
You did. You did.
I feel like I had them making the playoffs.
You did, War Chief. You had the Steelers. You also had the Ravens.
Yeah.
And again, it's the East. The East, where no one had the pick. No one had this New England Patriots team.
No.
And nobody had no one had the Jaguars. Well, again,
they were flirted with that, like you said.
We're not. This isn't prophecies here. We don't have a crystal ball. As much as we're right, we could be off or wrong with some of these. That's why it's the NFL, right? Also, which I think is important that we bring this back up. we were talking yesterday about it was with either Tron or it was with Bando Goat. It was with one of these dudes, one of our goats, where we were talking about the Giants and how I think that they'll play in a Super Bowl within the next 5 years. What do you think about that, War Chief? Real quick. Yes.
Who in the next 5 years?
Giants.
The Giants.
It's one of my bold predictions. Now that Harbaugh's there.
The Giants.
Yes. Yes, the Giants. It's one of
That's
my
bold. That's very, very bold.
It's one of my bold predictions.
Yeah.
But then I posed it back, right? Didn't I pose it back? And this was yesterday, and I know I did. I said, well, I mean, like, look, 2 years ago, if I would have told you that the Bears were going to be in the divisional, if I would have told you that the Seahawks were going to be the 1 seed in the divisional 2 years ago, well, even last year, if I would have told you that the Jaguars were going to be 12-4, you would have told me I was freaking nuts. The NFL is designed for this. Let me tell you how it's designed. And this isn't anything that you guys don't know, but just to support my position. The NFL schedule adjusts based on how your records are and where you come in. So it's always fluctuating that way. That's the first way that's designed to enforce or to cause parity. B, it's the draft and how they have the draft set up. If you're the best team in the league, you don't draft first unless you're going to make a trade. You draft last, and the opposite of that. If you're the worst team in the league, you're supposed to draft first. Why are you drafting first? Because supposedly, technically, you're going to get the best collegiate player out of the draft, and so on and so forth. So that's how there's parity. That's how the parity is created. That's why
it's not a wild take. It's really not.
There you go. I just convinced the War Chief. It's not a wild take.
It's not like I have to think about. I didn't think about it here. I'm like, where is he? Because I'll be honest with you. I'm not the biggest John Harbaugh fan. Right. I'm not the biggest John Harbaugh fan, but
I am now.
You have to respect how often he has made the playoffs. I think he can make the playoffs. I don't think the Eagles are going to be a juggernaut. Like,
I think you just digress.
They're not going to be a juggernaut consistently for the next 5 years. So they'll have their fall off whenever that fall off happens. I'm not sure if the Commanders will ever figure it out. I don't know if they ever will figure it out. So leaving with like you said, the Giants and the Cowboys, as long as Dak's there, I think the Cowboys are going to be competitive for that 5 year span as long as Dak is there, and the Giants could be right there. So I mean, it's not the craziest thing to have the Giants, finish second, make the wild card, 2 out of 5 years. I don't think that's crazy.
What the best thing that Harbaugh brings to this is like, okay, it's a culture like reboot. Like, okay, I am going to restore the New York Giants order, and we're going to get very disciplined. It's very simple. From there, he's going to allow his lieutenants to do the X's and O's thing, and he's going to get the absolute best out of his players and the talent that's on the roster and more new talent or young talent, developed talent. And again, should be touched up on this. Like how we said, like the Giants spending over $100 million on Harbaugh, and they're gonna give him all this access to reshape his entire coaching staff or to bring in. It's not just it's the entire football operation that they're investing in. Like whatever Harbaugh wants for analytics, whatever he wants for training, this and that, so and so. It's here you go. Here you go. They want to. They're tired of this. Tired of this losing. Okay, and yeah, I could definitely see the Eagles. Maybe taking a step back. Yeah. Absolutely. And we don't know what the Commanders. I mean, things are.
Commanders though. Depending on the running back situation, but a healthy Jaden Daniels. It's a good thing for the Commanders.
Absolutely.
If they could fix their freaking defense too, they're only a couple pieces away from being legitimately good, probably.
If
I feel like there's a
yes,
lot to ask for, though.
yes,
I feel like there's a lot.
But it could happen. I don't
That's
know
a
what their
per-
cap space looks like.
that's
But
that's the
they're drafting in a pretty good spot
well,
where if they wanted to, they could trade back, pick up some more picks, and fill the spots they need. And if they do free agency right, then they could excel pretty quickly. You know, we could sit here and say all night long that they're probably not gonna be that good, but until the draft and free agency, it's just all speculation.
Yeah, I just look at their team and I go, man, he's old. Man, he's
Well,
old.
there's that too.
Man, he's old. Man, and then once you go to all those, he's old. You got to replace all those guys. So I
yeah.
mean, there's potentially like 14 openings on their roster, over this off season. And yeah, no, they're talented guys, but I mean, just look at
Right.
their wide receivers. Terry,
That's where I was going to go right there.
I'll leave it with this.
What they made a move like trade for Brandon Ayuk, who almost I think got traded there in the offseason.
I mean, I mean that helps.
Or Romeo Dobbs is a free agent. What if they signed Romeo
That
Dobbs?
also helps. Yeah, I mean, I think that all those things help. But then you got to think about, okay, we gotta find Bobby Wagner's replacement. We got to find this guy's replacement.
Yep.
The defense is really old too, so I think they got a lot of moves to make.
And plus, hire a good defense coordinator too.
That too. All right, I got to add something else to the list.
Yeah, I think GX put it best. That's why he's the war chief. It's a lot to ask of them. I think it's just a lot to ask. A lot of moving parts there.
I will say one positive thing. Out of all that stuff, I think that just kind of tells you how good Jaden Daniels is.
Yeah,
he can kind of overcome a lot of that stuff. And, keep them competitive when he's healthy.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got definitely much more time to really sink our teeth into.
I guess one thing when we do our outlooks for divisions is going to be talking about the needs for the teams, and stuff like that. So keep on.
Well, I mean, you guys just covered the Commanders, so we could leave them off the table. There was a good 4 minutes on the Commanders just now.
I can go 25, believe me.
Yeah, I know.
We'll have plenty to talk about. I'll guarantee you.
I know.
Yep.
I know. Dan Quinn. You know what? I think they'll we'll leave it off with this. More of my craziness. They'll reestablish themselves when they move into the new stadium. Like right now, they're just like, man, all right, we're moving this beautiful new stadium. We don't want to play here anymore. The fans don't want to come. Fans don't want to come here. But I know the fans. I know the 12s are going to be out. The 12s are hosting, like I said earlier.
12s are overrated.
5 minutes ago. Well, how do you see this game going then if they're overrated? I mean, got a big piece of news with this game.
Sam Darnold, the oblique injury.
Yes.
One hit, man. One hit.
But I don't think they'll over exhaust him or make him do too much. I think the last game showed that he doesn't need to do a whole lot. That defense had that offense in shackles. They couldn't do anything. As long as Sam Darnold can continue to hand the ball off, they run and of course keep it balanced between Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker again. I think it could be a repeat performance. 13-3 blowout like it was last time. It felt like a blowout. It did, even though they won by 10 points.
But they're 1-1 because Niners won the first time around too. So if
I almost want to,
if the Niners put the ball in Sam Darnold's hand to win the game, that's how they're going to win the game. Put it in his hands because he has not proven in high pressure situations that he can win the game. He can put the game on his shoulder and carry the team. Yeah, he did a a game-winning drive against the Rams in the regular season, but this is a whole different ball game. That was 2 weeks ago where the Niners played them, right? That one of the biggest difference between both his teams is coaching. San Francisco 49ers have a better coaching staff than Seattle. That just gave that much time for Robert Saleh and Shanahan to go, okay, we need to tweak this, we need to tweak that. And like I just said, if they could one hit on Sam Darnold and he's out, either Drew Lock or Milroe. and Drew Lock is serviceable, but he's a gunslinger and erratic. They just the first game, I believe they stopped the run pretty good. This last game, they just ran freaking all over him, man.
If Drew Lock has to come in this game, it's over. It's wraps.
And just for the fact that they had Drew Lock taking first team reps this week, that maybe Darnold is hurt a little bit more than they're saying. And I don't know if I've strained my oblique before, and it is freaking painful as all hell.
But honestly, I just don't think San Francisco has a shot. I don't know how they beat the Eagles. I'm still trying to formulate in my head how they lost to the Eagles. That defense is so bad. Brock Purdy had 2 turnovers. He gave up 3 points before the half. And you look at the final score, you go, the 49ers won? I don't think they can kind of make these same mistakes and not be good on defense and CMC be bottled up and they come out of Seattle with a win. I just don't see how they do it.
I think Seattle and Eagles both, there's been times where Seattle's offense was just non-existent. I mean, look at when they played Indianapolis Colts. They won 18-15. All field goals. If the Niners can hold them to field goals, mostly field goals and not touchdowns, Niners have a chance. Niners have one of the best, I think, number 1 rated offense in the NFC.
No, it's up there.
Seattle's, if I remember right, Seattle's defense was number 1. Rams was number 2 on offense and defense, something like that. So San Francisco has a chance. And plus, if Fred Warner's back,
he's not.
He's not. I'm not sure. I mean, he's been limited practice, so
he won't be activated according to Kyle Shanahan.
Okay. So he's not back. Pearsall might be back. Any word on Pearsall?
Yeah. I think Pearsall will be back. No, okay. He's not.
No. I know Pearsall is.
Yeah, I think Pearsall is going to be back. I've heard a lot of 49ers fans say he's going to be back.
And Trent Williams is back.
Trent.
Those are all big, coming back from injury.
I think.
Go ahead.
I put my faith in Shanahan and Saleh.
Those are the ones to bet on. I'm not lying to you because I'll tell you what, I still
battle tested
at the 7th hour in Texas and with 28 minutes. I still don't know how the 49ers beat the Eagles. But here we are talking about Seattle versus San Francisco.
Both Seattle's and Eagles defense are kind of the same. Where when they're not hot, they're not hot. They're both offenses didn't really have any kind of identity throughout the season. You know what I mean? They weren't sure if they're going to be a running offense or
like even Saquon ran for over 100 yards.
Yeah,
and they still lost.
They're the 31st ranked rush defense.
Yeah.
Look at all the defense. Their defense is ranked 30th. Their pass rush, they don't have one. They don't have one in coverage. They're overachieving on that side of the ball. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's due to coach.
You're right.
That's Bobby Saleh.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, okay, you want to go to the other side of the ball? We can go to the other side of the ball. That 10 that you see right there, they scored. They are the 10th point scorer. They scored the 10th most points in the NFL. Now, again, if we want to do this side by side, take it a little bit with a margin of error because they have one less game, the Seahawks. One less game, but some of that doesn't really make too much of a difference. Okay. 13th overall team coming in, 5 pass quarterback passing, 18 pass block. Now they protect them, but middle of the pack, 5. They're the 5th best receiving team, and that's not with Kendrick Bourne. Now here's the other thing. That was with Kerry Kittles. Kerry Kittles.
That's another thing, man.
George Skittles.
Oh man.
Now couldn't Jake Tongays step up here? Or
Juszczyk.
They could both
Juszczyk.
They could both step up.
Yeah.
But
Juszczyk is just
George Kittle takes a different type of stairs.
Yeah.
That's the only. Oh man, that makes a thing. I mean, I totally forgot about George Kittle. Them not having George Kittle really big too.
Kyle Juszczyk is
just unfortunate for them.
He's like the he's like CMC's like extended body. Like he is like attached to CMC. Like he is everything that CMC. Like he is the reason why CMC achieves so much. He is so important in this run scheme that they do.
Mm-hmm.
What I would love to see actually is more like yeah, we know that Trent Williams is like important to the run game as well, but they don't pull him out anymore, right? They don't pull him. Like they need to pull another guard or something and get on the outside and they're gonna have to try to attack this number 2 going into this game rush defense. This pass rush, the 9th best pass rush, I think kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Crosses out. It crosses out with Brock Purdy in the passing game there. I think the pass rush isn't the problem. Coverage. They're going to have to do some creative stuff.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do some really creative stuff with Jake Tongays, with Juwan Jennings. It's the offensive coaching. We're going to see what Kyle Shanahan – we know what Kyle Shanahan's capable of doing. We know that, damn, they've been playing with, like, just their backup players, and they've gotten this far. I think what we're holding on to here is just like the good underdog story. And I think as much as I like the Niners, as much as I love CMC, as much as I love the Niners, forget like I'm a Niners guy. I think this is the end of the road. Everything is pointing to like this team, the Seahawks are just better across the board. With the caveat, get to Darnold, make them see ghosts. If they can create, Rhino, if they could create more turnovers and more opportunities, I could see this going sideways for them. Yeah.
Jalen Hurts last week.
Yes. Jalen Hurts. Oh my God, that team was.
Well, just to the sacks and getting pressure on them. Jalen Hurts had 4.33 average time to throw. Now, Jalen Hurts holds the ball longer than a lot of quarterbacks do.
Wait, back up. 4.3 as in 4 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was average. So that means there were times where he was holding the ball for 6 to 7 seconds sometimes.
It's an eternity.
Yeah, so they have to find a way to get to Sam Darnold somehow. I don't know if that's blitzing, but you can't give Sam Darnold 3 seconds, let alone 4 seconds. So, I said we're going to see how this unfolds as far as that defense going to Seattle and performing.
If it comes down to 2 minutes left in the game, Niners are down by 3, or say 4. You give them a chance to win. Really?
If that's the case, if they're down by 4 and they have a chance, the score is 7-3, and they just totally been just eating their lunch all day.
All right, wait a minute, hold on. If the Niners are down by 4, so it's whatever, fourth quarter, and they
14 to stay 14-10,
and they have the ball.
And they have the ball.
Man, it's not out of the question. Sure.
Yeah, and I say that. I say that. You know how they won the first game, right? Purdy just threw up whoever catches it, and they won the game that way. So It can happen again.
Yep.
Now, all right, let me ask you the same question. It's 14-10. Seattle has the ball, and Darnold's made it this far, but he's gotten a little beat up. You think could Darnold engineer the 6 points to win the game?
I actually think he could.
I don't know.
I would throw the JSN every play. Just get it in his vicinity.
I don't know. Yeah, of course. But they're looking for that. They're waiting on that. They know that's coming. It's gonna be a great game.
I'll stick with the Niners.
My heart would love it.
I would love it too, because if the Niners win, that means the Rams get a home playoff game.
Rams will have a home playoff game, and
Yeah,
I mean, aren't we all expecting like another like Rams Niners type of deal?
I mean, I don't want it. I don't want to for my anxiety. I don't want that, but it possibly could. I just don't understand how they won the first one. So if I can't understand they won the first one, I can't understand how they're going to win the second one. That's why I can't wrap my head around it.
The first game that these two teams played?
No,
the Rams Niners.
No, they didn't win the last game of the season. They should have lost their first playoff game, and now we expect for the 49ers to go to Seattle and beat them. I just don't see it happening.
And again, it's a rubber match. I mean, like they got plenty of tape. This isn't cross tape. It's not cross tape. This is divisional stuff that they see. Yes. Come on, CMC baby. 490 touches. Nah, no problem. Whatever the hell it is, it's a lot. It's a lot. But it's also but again, like I don't know if he's taken the same amount of beating. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it's the same toll because of how much he's been out of the backfield.
It's more of a wide receiver.
Yes.
Type of workload.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure going into next year we're gonna be that scared off of the machine.
I will be.
Don't be scared. I know.
Christian McMachine.
The machine.
Yeah, a hit is a hit. Receiving or rushing is a hit.
He doesn't take many. He hasn't taken any.
Some of those hits on the receiver is a little bit worse than the running back coming from the side and stuff. Yeah.
Damn, man. This is
only 1.5.
It flipped also, by the way. It flipped. Really? Yeah. It opened Bills laying a 1.5. It absolutely flipped. And they said that it was going to. They actually said it was going to flip, and it did. This is my biggest problem of the weekend. Not even the game that we just saw. This is my biggest problem because I want Josh Allen to get that ship. I want to see Superman for everything that he's done for this team and for everything that he's done for the league, for us, and the glory and the beauty of his game and what he does game in, game out. And to not have a supporting cast around him that could get this team over the hump.
Yeah,
it would be a Greek tragedy. It's already a Greek tragedy. Here's the number 1 seed Broncos, man. This team, my Super Bowl prediction team. Here they are, but not the way I envisioned it. I envisioned them being much more doggish.
Me too.
I expected them to.
They were doggish on defense. Just weren't as much dogs on offense.
Well, if you look here again, Rhino, according to the PFF grades and ranks, rush defense is 5. They're the 12th best tackling team. They're 10th best pass rushing team. They're 7th best in coverage. It's not like this team is bad on defense, but I expected them to be a little bit more like the Texans, and they're not. They're not like the Texans. This defense actually doesn't scare me. Doesn't scare me, War Chief.
They can be beaten. We've seen it. I mean, Chicago. How many points did Chicago put on that defense? Like 35, something like that. If I remember right.
On the Broncos?
Mm-hmm.
Did they play this season?
Mm-hmm.
That was during the season?
Yeah.
Was I sleeping?
Yeah, I don't think they played Chicago. I don't think they played Denver this year. Are you talking about the Giants, maybe?
Maybe it's Giants. Yeah.
Because the Giants should have beat them. But, Dart threw the craziest pick six we've ever seen.
No, that was the
Oh
yeah,
no, maybe it's the Packers.
like the game that Micah
No,
got hurt.
you're thinking of Jacksonville. Jacksonville put a whooping on them at the end of the year.
Team is Oh, okay, so maybe the week off to get Benito right, to get Cooper right on the line. Where's my other dog? Where's Franklin? Where's Franklin Myers? I mean, these guys. This team has like everyone on their line has at least 7 sacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's a record, by the way. I'm pretty sure
bunch.
that's a record. All right, but they don't look doggish to me. They don't look like Will Anderson, and they don't look like Danielle Hunter. They don't look like them.
Yeah, and like I said, I think
like attack dogs.
It does come from that Jaguars game and the way that they finished the season. They weren't very impressive. They barely beat Olajuwon and the Chiefs. They barely beat them.
Is that Street Fighter or
that's Street Fighter. Yeah,
that's definitely Street Fighter.
Yeah,
Orokin.
I think the key for the Bills. Not sure if it's gonna happen, but it's a good chance it could. They need James Cook.
Yeah.
To be James Cook.
Gotta let him cook.
Gotta
let him cook. I don't know where you get this number 1 here. I mean, I guess it's his 1,600 yards. That might be why. And Josh Allen's rushing yards.
Yeah.
They're the number 1 ranked running team.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1. Run block is 6th. They're very good at run blocking, as you can see.
They're very good at run blocking.
They're very good. The Bills' offense isn't really the problem. Look at the rest of it. Look at the other side of the ball. They don't stop the run. All right, so we know that the Broncos aren't really the strongest there. They're not. I mean, we like RJ. We like him a lot, but we're asking a lot of RJ right now.
We are.
They're 15th in coverage. I mean, that's middle. That's mid.
Yep.
But who do they have to worry about?
That's my question. What receiver is going to step up to be that guy?
Oh, receiving. Look at this. Broncos receiving rank. They're the 26th.
26th.
Or we could say that they're the 6th worst receiving team according to PFF. 6th worst. I wonder who's running routes for this team that would have them ranked 26. I wonder who that is. we could save it. Maybe he'll show up tomorrow. Maybe Troy Franklin will show up.
Maybe Pat Bryant.
Maybe Patrick.
Maybe Mr. Evan Ingram will show up and show out.
I don't want to see him on the field.
I do think not leaning into one person does bring inconsistency to offenses.
Yeah.
Like if it can't be Troy Franklin these couple of weeks and then be Cortland Sutton these couple of weeks, then all of a sudden it's Evan Ingram these couple of weeks. I think that hurts offenses. That's why I've never been a big Packers fantasy guy, because of the inconsistency. I think Jordan Love is inconsistent of that too. Like, because whenever things get sticky, you should be able to go, I go to that guy, instead of looking all over the place. And I think that's why that hurts them so much. You see that rank 26. If they even just lean into Pat Bryant for 17 games, they'd be better passing offense.
It's also still that Sean Payton's like rotating different personnel. He's rotating like certain wide receivers with certain offensive linemen, with a 1 tight end or a 2 tight end. So, it's all over the place. It is, and I think that's more to try to keep the defense guessing. That's also trying to keep that same defense on the field.
Well, for like Pat Bryant and like Troy Franklin, he likes to play Pat Bryant because he's a better blocker than Troy Franklin is too.
There you go.
So
and then you know that, I know that, right? So Do you not think NFL defenses know that? They see Pat Bryant, they're probably like, "Hey, it's probably gonna be a run."
Yeah, it's probably gonna be a run.
It's like you gotta lean into this. You can't play package football all the time.
Oh yeah. Pat Bryant's on the field with Corlin Sutton and again maybe Troy Franklin and
Little Jordan Humphrey.
Little Jordan, baby.
Little Jordan, man.
Little motherfucking Jordan. That's right. Don't feel he'll be in the mix when yes, defenses do know that. Well, when we see little Jordan on the field, little Jordan Humphrey lining up at the X, and Troy Franklin is over here in the slot. Chances are it's not going to Troy Franklin. It's actually going to go to little Jordan Humphrey.
Or it's going to be a deep ball to Troy Franklin.
Look, here's what this. I mean, it's going to sound cliche-ish, but I mean, we are talking about Superman. Can he do it? Can he pull it off? Can he pull it off? This defense is not scaring me. It's not going to scare Josh Allen. The crowd, I mean, yeah, it's not an easy place. It's not an easy place based on the elements. It's not an easy place, according to anybody that says anything. I mean, I don't know. I've never been there, but I do. Yeah,
if the Broncos can bully the hell out of the Bills' offensive line and contain Josh Allen, the Broncos will win.
The offensive line, the pass block. They're very good with the pass block. And the Broncos are good with a pass rush. The run block is very good. The lines are good. But the trenches is good here. With the trenches are good, with the exception of rush defense. They can't. That's their one little problem here. They can't defend the run. The Bills. So
positive for the Bills. Ed Oliver is supposed to be back. The best defensive tackle for the Buffalo Bills. So hopefully you can make a little bit of a difference there.
Okay, that would be good news. That cancels out kind of sort of Maxwell Hairston. Will not be playing.
No.
Yeah.
Maxwell Hairston. Great guy. Great dude.
I saw a stat that Tre'Davious White, he's been balling. Like ranked number 5 or number 7 the last 5 games. Something like that. Or last 3 games.
All right. So who are you going with?
I'm going Broncos. 27-24.
Now you're going to score on top of it. 27-24.
Oh, I like that. I got Bills 24-10.
Oh.
No. Oh, man. Rhino. Now, what if I'm recalibrating away from the Broncos? Does that mean I'm cheating because I want the Bills? This is my pick, man. The Broncos were my pick. I didn't want him to go down like this.
Look, they were my pick too, but we picked them on pretenses that they would be like. I picked them because now I know you guys were bigger fans of Bo Nix than I was, but I still thought Bo Nix would be playing better than this, and I expected this defense to be more. I wanted to feel like how I feel about Houston and Seattle, and I don't feel that. And because of that, I think they're vulnerable.
It's not screaming prolific.
It's not.
In any way, shape, or form, on any side of the ball. And so some of his fourth quarter comebacks, those were weeks ago. Yep. Mr. Bakes, what up? Mr. Bakes, goat. There he is. What's up, Mr. Bakes, baby? What are you up to, Mr. Bakes? Hope all is well. Hope you're watching, getting ready for some fire playoffs, man. Fire shit, Mr. Bakes, goat. Any of your teams in here? Not sure who your team is. Yeah, I mean, it's just not prolific, War Chief.
No.
We know what Superman can do.
Superman can do.
Would love to get freaking James Cooks, just running all over this team. They need to get him involved. They have to play that 2-man game. And I don't mean 2-man with freaking with Brandon Cooks. I don't. Yeah, I would love to shoot some arrows on Monday or Tuesday, but you know,
I want to shoot surprise arrows. I want to be fumbling from an archery bag. I want to, oh, Brandon Cooks. Oh man, I would do that. I don't want to be ready for it.
they have no receivers. This freaking team. It's amazing to me. It's amazing. They still choose to have Brandon Cooks, and they don't choose it. That's all that's left for them. Brandon Cooks.
They have 3 healthy wide receivers that
Khalil,
this season.
Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, Brandon Cooks.
That's it.
Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic.
Heavy Cook's Day. Cook. And heavy Johnson, Tyler Johnson.
Might see some Curtis Samuel.
I'll take the Bills.
Running back
here.
James Cook, little running back screens and little dump offs like that. Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox.
I'm gonna go with Superman. It will be going back on my preseason prediction of the Broncos, but that was under, as what she said, on the full. It's not the same. It's under false pretenses. This is not the way we envision the Broncos. They do not look like a 1 seed to me.
Like a fun seed.
Fun seed. The Jaguars look better. Not really, but all right. What's next? Who's next here? What do we got going on here? Who's next?
Texans in New England.
Yeah, we'll save the best for last. Of course we will. Let's get to the image file, Mr. Big Scout. See who it is, Rhino?
Yes. What's up, Mr. Biggs? How you doing, brother?
Mr. Big Scout, baby. This filthiness. You know. When I see this, I have the Terminator music in my ear. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You know what it is. You know what this comes down to. The first things first. It's 3.5. That's way too much. This should be a 1.5 game.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking here. This is the nastiest defense we've seen in quite some time.
Yeah.
The nastiest.
300% with that.
You know what? I don't think that no one's talking about, but they're talking about it in another game. That is just the only thing they talk about in this other game we haven't covered. Why doesn't no one talk about the Houston Texans going to New England like it's warm there?
Ooh.
It is super cold there.
Yeah, they got dumped. I know New York got dumped. I think by that same area got dumped on too.
And now we saw Coleridge Bernard play absolutely terrible in the cold last week. And he has to go to the cold again against a team that's not going to let those turnovers just, wash out. They'll play a lot better offense than the Steelers.
All right, yeah. So this is easy for me, right? This becomes easy. He can't turn the ball over. Don't turn the ball over, because against the Patriots, against a much better team than the Steelers, it will cost you this time.
Absolutely.
They bailed him out. They bailed him out like one too many times. I was surprised that they were able to continue to hold the Steelers, because as we talked about, Rhino, we like that. We at some point it was like we were expecting the Steelers to just capitalize on the additional opportunities. It never happened. Now, CJ Stroud is going to tell us. He's going to tell all of us. He's going to tell the entire country whether he's ready or not in this game. And he doesn't need Nico Collins.
No,
he needs a competent Woody Marks, a competent run game, and he needs the defense to stay the course. And they'll win this game.
It's funny you said Woody Marks, because I think if Woody Marks could go, because Woody Marks looked good last week. Woody Marks and I think Jaden Higgins are the keys to the game.
What is a winning stat line for CJ Stroud?
225 yards and 2 touchdowns.
2 touchdowns. I would think that it could be one.
I think it'd be 220. No turnovers. And they can win. They can win.
And if Houston could keep him freaking clean.
The Bobby Goat. Well, we're not worried about their pass rush.
Not at all.
Their offensive line is pass block 23. They're not obviously they're not that great. Here's the other thing that was telling to me when I'm going through my exercise. Whoa, it's a Bobby Goat and the West Up Goat. Here's my fucking goats. Oh my goats. What's up? Go Hawks, West Up, baby. Oh my God, those Hawks. Can the Niners do it one more time, or are you gonna say no? Here's something that really like caught my attention. Where is it though? It's not this. Bo, by the way, so you see this you see how they are the number 2 pass rush, ranked pass rush?
Yep.
You know, the only reason why the number 1 team is not in the playoffs altogether. And that's Miles. So let's just. I'm not even sure why. I mean, like, there's a good case that the Texans just should be number 1, period, for their body of work.
Crazy.
Yeah.
For their body of work. No, but Cleveland's actually doing it a little bit better. What was the other thing that caught my attention here? It caught it. Passing.
I mean, there's a couple of things that's catching my attention here that
please.
I am absolutely stunned by. This how good of a team the Patriots are. I don't think Mike Vrabel gets enough credit. I mean, looking at these ranks here, they're number 3 in passing. They're number 5 in pass blocking. Who would have thought that the Patriots offensive line before the season started was going to be anything besides bottom 5 because how bad they were last year? And I mean, I think the defense is severely underrated. I know they don't get to the pass rush the best, but what's my guy's name? Milton Williams has been playing insane this year, and it looks like Christian Gonzalez is covering everything.
Yeah.
Number 2 in coverage. I mean, that is a good team from top to bottom. I know everyone talks about Drake May, but that's a good team. I'm looking at it. It's just a good team.
And then Houston has a really good rush defense, right? But I don't know if they come across something like the two-headed monster of Ramondre Stevenson and Trey Henderson, Travion Henderson. You know, because Henderson could take one, bam, to the house just like that. Look at his split, man. Yes. And with him and Ramondre Stevenson, both can go get passes out of the backfield too.
He certainly can. Now, if he does, let's say hypothetically, that does take place. Let's say it takes place beginning of the second quarter. You know, they come out a little, anxious. They're top of the second. Travion Henderson to the house. Now, you wouldn't think that, okay, the Texans could recover from that and just not allow that to happen again the rest of the way?
I think they could.
Or do you start seeing them like collapse and like falling down like dominoes, like, oh shit, we lost. No, I think what the Texans have shown us that is they're able to just continue to motor.
Go back to the one game that they barely won against the worst damn team in the NFL.
I know, they were sleeping.
Ashton Genty went freaking off against
them. I have to
rushing and receiving.
Bob Goat, West Up Goat, you gotta tell me that the Texans just like they half of them didn't even go to that game.
I agree, but
like they were sleeping for that game. They just took off. And it just goes to show that it does happen. Teams do not play at full motor for every single game, for every single play, for every single quarter. And let's say Drake, forget, maybe it won't be Travion Henderson. So let's say they get little Stephon Diggity Diggs into the end zone on a bomb. Or let's say let's say it's Williams, right? Kyle Williams. And I knew you were gonna go Kyle Williams because you went Pat Bryant in the Broncos. I knew you were gonna go with the rookie wide receiver here. Let's say it's Kyle Williams on a 40-yarder. You don't think that Derek Stingley, you don't think that Petrie, you don't think that any of these guys are going to recover from that? And okay, you know what? That's it. No more. I think that's their mentality.
So here's my issue, and this is why I think it's still just all rides on CJ Stroud.
It's all CJ.
If not that their defense is not the best. Their defense is outstanding. But what hurts great defenses is having to consistently be on the field. That it gets to the point where, as strong as the dam is, the dam does eventually break. Because as soon as he said Travion Henderson to the house, I could see it being 1 yard run, 1 yard run, 2 yard run, 2 yard, 3 yard, 3 yard, 3 yard, and then all of a sudden, bam, either one of them, and it's just like, oh, okay, at this point, if this happens, that means they might be physically just beat up. Because it can happen. Like CJ could go 3 and out, 3 straight drives. Like he could.
That's why we're gonna want CJ. We're gonna need CJ to.
And didn't CJ last year be a good Baltimore team in the playoffs? Was it last year that?
Yeah.
So
they lost to Baltimore last year.
Did they lose to Baltimore?
Yeah, they beat the Chargers last year.
He beat the Chargers when they shouldn't have beat the Chargers.
Yeah, Herbert threw 4 picks.
So that another reason why I said, look, this young man is going to tell us just in 4 quarters worth of play on Sunday if he has arrived, if he has that fortitude, if he has that dog that we've been kind of questioning for the last 2 and 3 quarter seasons so far. Like, you've got some tools. No shot puts on Sunday. Throw the ball, get the open guy, lean on your run game. I don't know if you're gonna roll out the other dude, not Chubb. Roll out that other kid with Woody to rotate a little bit here, there.
Jawar Johnson,
Jawari, yeah. Roll, get them going. But damn, you gotta support the cause. That's right, CJ. Do your thing. Get. If you're going to stall, make sure okay, fine. Kaimi Fairbairn is probably going to account for at least 6. CJ for another 7. The defense is going to be there. But yeah, they're going to need to. CJ's going to have to play a clean game.
So what do you guys got in this game then?
I'm going with the Texans. The Patriots. The Patriots are a little early. Drake May's been fantastic.
Bobblehead Jacks.
I don't really know which way to go. I'm trying to decide. I don't know.
I think that
I think the experience of the Texans being in the playoffs,
a little battle tested.
I think that's gonna be the difference.
They're a little bit more battle tested. This is year 3. And look, defense wins championships. Why would we deviate off of that? Drake May is going to have his hands full. His rookie, their first round pick is going to have his hands full.
Now, on that note, Houston's got to contain him too, because the kid can run.
Oh no, I'm not worried about that one. I'm not worried about him containing him. I'm not worried about them covering him up. I'm not. I just, I need y'all help though. I need your help. Tell me why Nico Collins. I don't know how do they win this game without Nico Collins?
Christian Kirk,
Jaden Higgins, and Dalton Schultz.
Because you don't need a air quote. Draws into question what this quote is. You don't need an elite wide receiver to win a playoff game. You don't. You could win with Jawan Jennings. You could win it with you don't need a quote unquote elite Nico Collins, and he hasn't played. He's not that elite as far as I'm concerned.
CJ Stroud's gonna spread the ball around he'll throw deep a couple times to Jalen Noel, who he just barely missed last week, and to Higgins. Higgins looks good.
You know that they're going to try to hit. That's exactly what I was just about to say. Because
Drake May.
Drake
May.
May Day is going to look for Hunter. So you might as well lean into Dalton Schultz. Yes.
I'm going with the. You're right. I'm gonna go with the battle tested group. I'll go with the Texans. No, I'm going with the pass. I'm sticking with the pass. I'm sticking with the pass. I'm gonna stick with the pass. I think it's too much. I think it's too much for CJ. I do.
He's going to tell us a lot.
Yeah,
it will. I think it's too much for CJ.
He's going to tell us a lot. And I said, Josh Allen isn't going to tell us anything. Josh Allen is either going to be Superman or, like, again, the other 10 people around him, or actually really the other 21 people around him didn't do their work, didn't support him. So Josh Allen isn't going to tell us anything. Bo Nix will tell us a little something, but it's, he's in year 2, different. Matthew Stafford's not telling us anything. Caleb's not really going to tell us anything. CJ Stroud, you've made the playoffs 3 years in a row now. You've made it to this game now for the 3rd year. What's up? What's up? Are you a dog? Where's the dog? I want to see that dog. All right. I'm going to go Texans. I know it's the Patriots.
I'm going Texans too.
Vrabel.
That defense is just.
I mean, they're not just battle tested. They've conquered. They're championship pedigree all over the place. We know that those 6 banners are gonna be hanging right over Stroud's head. Well, I mean, I get it. CJ's gonna tell us something. Don't turn the ball over. Very simple. Do not turn the ball over. Do something creative with offense, for Christ's sakes. All right, here's the main event. The main event. Dun, 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 dun.
Bing, 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 bing.
Dun, 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 dun.
Coming in at 465 pounds.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hailing from Los Angeles, California.
Dun, 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 dun. Now keep in mind, when looking at these grades, these rankings, these 2 teams have played the same amount of games. So this is very level. Yes, some of the rankings and the grades have changed throughout the course of the first game, the wild card weekend. Not by much. Like, I think, like, last week the Bears were number 3 running the ball. Now they're number 4. Not a damn thing has changed on the Rams side of things, and that's even with the amount of points that they've given up against the Panthers. Here it is, man. Here it is. This is to me, this is simple. The Bears are early still. They're early. McVay's a better coach than Ben Johnson, although Ben Johnson is genius-like, but so is McVay. Kyron, I got my dog, my little dog, Kyron. Devontae, and Puka. Devontae, you can tell me, like, it's supposed to be cold there. Devontae,
Blake Corn, Kyron Williams.
Yeah, Devontae's not worried about any cold.
You know what's funny is all week long we see Bears fans. Oh, Stafford's 1-8 in cold weather. Yeah, but those were bad Detroit teams. This is a whole different monster right here. And one of the things too, they're getting back Kevin Dotson this week, the right guard.
Right guard.
When he's in, they average 5.3 yards a carry. When he's out, they average 4.3 yards a carry.
Just look at that defense.
Now,
look at that defense.
My biggest worry, and what they need not do, is be ahead and then come out in the freaking 3rd quarter, second half, and get soft. I don't want soft. I don't want a soft-ass defense. I just want them in their damn face. Otherwise, Chicago can come back.
They can.
The Rams secondary isn't all that, man. It isn't all that.
It is not.
That's just a sad truth. So the Rams need to put pressure on Caleb Williams. Stick. Coastal Levin is going to be the difference in this game, I think. He's a little bit of a matchup. Quentin Lake, he looked slow last week, coming off injury and stuff. He needs to look faster. The Rams cannot come out of the second half because the last 3 weeks, I think they've done that. Just come out, just no complacency, no urgency. They have to come out with urgency. McVay needs to put his foot down and curb stomp him.
I don't think, and I want to believe this, and I know I'm saying it, but I don't believe that they'll be giving up leads in this situation. I think the magnitude meets the kind of meets where like okay, you have to play now. You can't just be moseying along. I kind of felt that. Last week. I felt that last week more was on McVay and his play calling, his choices. The reason why that game kind of became close, but I think when it comes to just the players realizing the situation, if the Rams are in that situation again, I don't see them kind of letting them back in it, even though they are playing really good. But I just look at this matchup, and every person that has something to say about the Bears doesn't really tell me much about their team. They are always talking about the elements. They're always talking about the elements. I haven't heard much about DeAndre Swift this week. I haven't heard much about Roma Dunze this week. I haven't heard about Colson Loveland this week or their offensive line, how good their offensive line is. I've only heard about, hey, Rams, it's cold.
You know what? It's Garden Johnson.
Yeah, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, yeah.
He came out and said, y'all talking about the Rams and the weather. They played in the snow last year. Whoop-de-doo. So he knows because he was with Eagles last year. The Rams played and Stafford put up 340 yards, and they just barely freaking lost that damn game.
For final score 28-21.
Yeah.
But that's not okay. Like, I don't know. Just looking at it like that, I would say that like 10 degrees and no precipitation might be worse than a 30-degree weather with some snow showers. I think that's just worse. The cold because
ain't nothing worse than dry ice, like dry cold.
The bone dry cold. So like again, I'm gonna lean into like the fortitude. Now this is a team with fortitude, with dogs. We're worrying about that with one player that's going to be in warmer conditions, yet the Rams, Devontae Adams played in Green Bay for his entire career. In any event, I said it last week. I'm going to say it again. It was a lopsided affair. They made it close. They made it interesting. Will they make it interesting here again? Probably. But the better team, top to bottom, is the LA Rams.
What do you think the percentage of this is kind of for Jax? What do you think the percentage of 13 personnel is going to be this week?
Well, it's going to be John on this. I think Kyron is going to have the. You remember like the Cardinals game from about 2 years ago?
Oh God, yeah,
where he just absolutely
yards or something like that. Yeah.
And I think I want to talk about and I know commentators have talked about this, but the Bears defense is bad. It is really bad.
Yeah.
You just have takeaways.
Look at it right there, 22.
Yeah, like I think
19.
I think Kyron and Corm are just going to go ballistic on them. Kevin Dawson being back is big.
It is big.
We missed him so much last week that
the last 3 weeks. Yep.
Look at their O-line isn't that bad.
The O-line's pretty good.
The O-line isn't bad, but from top to bottom again, Kyron, Puka, Devontae, Stafford, you got 13 personnel. Let's not forget, Ben Johnson likes to use a lot of different packages, and Zacchaeus here, and lovely with Kokomet there, and blah blah blah, and Roma Dunze here, and DJ Moore in the backfield, blah blah blah. Fucking Sean McVay is gonna do that and more.
You saw Sean McVay last week getting his little bag with Puka out of the backfield.
You learned it. You
think that Sean McVay has tricks up his sleeve. Just like Shanahan last week with the freaking the receiving with Juwan Jennings throwing the touchdown pass, ugly ass pass too, or touchdown.
And that's it. If the Bears they're not as good as this team, top to bottom. I would take the Rams on the road. They're the only road favorite. I would take that Rams team. I'm going to go with the guys with the pedigree, with the dogs. It's very simple. Bears, great season. Great fucking season. Holy smokes! You are just early. You were super early to the show.
This is the worst that Caleb Williams will be. I will say it again. This is the worst. for us as NFC fans, enjoy this time because he's going to be so much better next year, and he's going to be so much better the year after that.
Yep.
Lastly, and I'm glad that I didn't forget this. Holy smokes! So their offensive line pass blocking is sixth best. That's sixth best with a healthy offensive line. They're down Ozzie Trapillo.
They are.
So, yeah.
I
know
time.
it's look. Let's call it what it is. It's been very difficult to get to Caleb altogether, but that's where their offensive line has been playing out of their minds. They're one of the best units through 18 games.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going to look now with a backup? Caleb running off schedule, off platform, running to his left and throwing.
Contain Caleb Williams too, because
this Rams team, they're on top of this. They're on top of it, and if they're not on top of it, and if the Bears do what the Packers couldn't do and stop a Bears drive in the fourth quarter, you could leave Shula in Chicago.
Absolutely, I will.
Just leave him there.
Right there at Harold's Fried Chicken. I'll leave him right there.
Right, just that man doesn't get to go back to LA in the warm weather. And that's it. I'd still love to see. Again, you tell me about their secondary. And it's not like I haven't seen it either. Rhino, Warchi. Like, yeah, they've been kind of like lackadaisical, their secondary, but they're still ranked number one, the best secondary. You tell me, what is it? What is it?
What Forbes are going to get this week, and what Williams is going to get this week. I think Roger McCurry will probably start this week.
You know what it is though, and this is why we kind of feel this way. So they will play great for a quarter and a half, be absolutely torched. I mean torched for 3/4 of a quarter, and then be solid again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's like, when I mean torched, they're like torched for like 200 yards in 3/4 of a quarter.
When they take a nap.
But they didn't give up anything in the other time. I was telling you, it's a frustrating bunch. It is.
I get it. Yeah, no, that's got it. That has to be it. It has to be. Do we have any height concerns in this game? I mean, Romo Doomsday's not a giant.
No, because they're not.
No, I'm not. No, yeah. There's nothing like last week. Not at all.
The only one that concerns me is Colson Loveland.
He's a typical height though. I mean, that's not
who's covering him,
You tell me.
I'm not concerned.
I'm not either.
This is not the Panthers. Again,
you have to expect Chicago to put up some points somewhere.
Well, absolutely. The score of this game could be 42-28
in freezing weather. Yeah.
Yeah, in freezing weather, it could be 48-31. Like this, it's gonna be a high scoring game. I think we're all like just overestimating the cold. We like this isn't 1970.
No.
Respectfully, this isn't 1970. Like there's technology, there's like different things that we can use to make the fields more bearable, the football's more bearable.
Yeah,
people's hands aren't falling off.
They have bench warmers now. They didn't have bench warmers in the 70s.
Yeah, I mean, like in the 70s, they were lighting up cigarettes to keep their hands warm. Like we don't got to do that. Like,
yes, they were.
They don't need that anymore.
They were smoking cigarettes while they were playing. That shit's funny. All right, guys, that's great stuff. Yeah, I'm going with the Rams. I think this should be their. I would think that this would be their toughest test, considering that they're on the road, and if they do happen to win, they would host next week.
No,
the Niners win. Yeah,
the Niners won. Yes.
If the Niners win.
I just want a game where I'm not freaking walking around my coffee table for the whole fourth quarter, yelling. My dog's running into my walk-in closet and hiding because I'm a freaking madman. Handshaking.
If we can just avoid getting torched for 7 minutes in a row, it'll be great.
Yeah.
Little doggy takes. Yeah, this is gonna be epic. Epic. Rams, Texans, Bills going up against man. Fuck man, those
Good weekend.
Bills, and then the the second game on Saturday, the Niners.
Do you guys think that we see in the kind of maybe opposite run of games where last week the first 4 games were like nail biters? Do you think maybe we might see a couple blowouts?
Blowouts.
Or do you think these will all be tight games?
No, it would not shock me if the Bills blew out the Broncos. It would not shock me if I really like the Bears a lot, but I think the Bears could lose by a good bit. I think the 49ers lose by a good bit. I mean, you're right. I mean, it can be the complete opposite.
The only lopsided affair on paper, so to speak, is that Seahawks Niners game. Other than that, I would expect all three. I expect all three to be close.
Yeah.
Really, I'm hoping for all 4. If the Niners could keep that close, and if
they have a chance,
and if Brock does have that ball in his hand with a minute and 40 to go, they get shut down.
And it's going to be nice weather. This nice weather.
West up, baby.
Right now.
West up, baby. I hope he's getting ready. I hope he man, oh shit, West up, baby. Be Kenny Walker's could be Kenny Walker's last game as a Seahawk.
Dang.
That'd be great. See where he lands.
Realization.
See where he lands for fantasy.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Back Monday, right?
Great shit. We'll be back on Monday to recap it all. Absolutely. We're gonna be recapping it. We're gonna be maybe taking out some arrows.
Before we leave, JX, Indiana or Miami?
Oh yes. What about me? I want to make a pick.
Oh,
okay.
I want to go with.
We'll save you for that. You're the best.
Okay.
I have Indiana minus 19.5.
19.5.
Yes.
Are they that much better?
I am that confident. in Indiana winning.
Are they that much better?
I think so. Yeah. This is we haven't seen this in a long time because it's been a long time. I haven't seen a team this dominant since the Alabama Nick Saban teams, where they just destroy you mentally.
And Indiana's battle tested. They're in the playoffs last. Miami's a little bit a year ahead, maybe. I'm going to Indiana too.
I'm going with the Kings. I want the Kings. Any college football program from 20, 30 years ago that was endorsing and promoting like drug use and all sorts of crazy stuff with all their college players, like bribery, robbery,
murder,
assault. Yes. I'm all. No. In all seriousness, I'll tell you a little interesting tidbit for the Shepherd. I have residence in Florida. Growing up, big Miami Canes guy, right? Kid, like the starter jacket, one of my first starter jackets. So like again, like in Florida, I mean, like they were more popular, at least in my mind, than the Dolphins were at that time. And that was with Marino.
Little tidbit about JX. My brother played for Indiana from 98 to 2001.
Oh shit! Look at this.
Wow.
I never in a million years thought that Indiana football could even finish in the top 25.
Look at this.
Let alone
like 1948, and the last time they won the Big Ten too, right? 1948, something like that. When the last time they won the Big Ten.
Here's another one. If you can guess this, you are all football fanatics. Okay, so like I said, I'm 1998 to 2001. Can you tell me the quarterback who played for Indiana? He was a Heisman finalist one year. If you get this, you are an absolute fanatic.
For one thing, the 90s are a blur for me. Early 2000s are a blur for me.
Where the drafted year was when? 2001?
Yeah, I think 2001, yeah. I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a hint. Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver.
Hines?
Nope.
Randall L.
Antoine Randall.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
He was a quarterback, wasn't he?
He was a quarterback. Yeah, for Indiana.
Right.
That was a good hint. There's no way I would have been able to guess that otherwise.
Yeah, no, it's tough. It's tough.
Indiana. Unbelievable. No Alabama, no Michigan, no Ohio State. Indiana.
No.
But I'll go with the Canes. At least the Canes are a resemblance of like the old guard,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, big time.
right? According to rumors, everyone from the alumni is all there supporting the Canes or supporting Cam Ward.
Yeah, that sideline's be full of stars, man.
Michael Irvin with the belt.
Yeah.
But leave on that note.
Yeah.
Enjoy the games, everybody.
All right, enjoy the games. Be a difference, make a difference, man. Stay blessed.
No injuries. No injuries.
No.
Injury free.
No
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.